Hi Virgos, welcome back to another reading. Let's jump right in and see what has been going on with you guys. Hope you guys have been doing good and feeling very well. Alright, you have the Three of Wands, the King of Swords, the Magician, the Five of Wands, and the Hierophant. Strong Gemini, very strong Gemini, with the Lovers at the bottom of the deck too. Both Gemini and Major Arcana are out. So you have strong Gemini and strong Taurus energy here in your reading. With the Hierophant closing out the reading, I feel like you guys have, you could have gotten a promotion or just like accepted a role that makes you very official and that gives you a lot of authority and power to give other people advice or to delegate to others. I feel like you are very respected and you're very respectful in this role. 111 on the timer there. All right, let's start at the beginning. I feel like you had, Virgo, I feel like you had to be very competitive for this role. With the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, this could be talking about a romantic connection, someone who you had to compete for, someone who was dating multiple people maybe, or not even people, maybe you were competing with like other priority, like being at the top of their priority or something. I feel like you really had to fight for this. You really had to fight. You had, not only did you have to fight, but you had to be strategic and you had to be very blunt, very a little bit cold hearted, very detached on an emotional level. It's so interesting because it's like you had to be very detached to bring yourself to this place of the Lovers, of like having support on an emotional level, a romantic level. Having that person that's gonna always be there for you, be there to care for you. This could be a situation where somebody had to choose between you and something else, and it's like, I feel like you put your foot down and you made them make a choice. Like you're like, I'm not gonna just sit here and be on the back burner while you know, figure out your life or whatever. With the Magician here, I feel like there was a lot of manifestation going on. I feel like you definitely wanted this person or this situation. Like you wanted it to be yours. You wanted to belong to it and you manifested that. So even though with the King of Swords, you kind of put your foot down, you were very blunt, I feel like you still in your heart were manifesting a positive outcome with this situation, which seems to be very beneficial. The way that I'm seeing it here, it looks very, very beneficial for you. I want to see what the Five of Wands is. What's all this drama, competition, fighting? Hearing something about breaking the bank. Why is the Five of Wands here for Virgo? Please. Okay, you got the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. And then the Three of Swords. And the Ten of Pentacles and the Sun at the bottom of the deck, with the Nine of Wands after that. So it looks like alright, the Five of Wands here is telling me that You're basically fighting for something that was offered to you up front, and then it kind of slowed down. So with the Ace of Cups being here, it's like you started a new relationship or something that felt very loving to you. You started it, and then things started to take a turn where things were going very, very slow. So maybe in the beginning of something, someone was making a lot of promises to you about what this would be like, if it's a job, what this position would entail, if it's romantic, you know, the things that they would bring to the connection, something like that. And I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like they're still working on bringing that stuff into fruition, but it's taking a lot longer than Virgo you intended or you expected. And with the Three of Swords, I feel like that has like broken your heart, or that has hurt you in a way, because you feel like I feel like you're in a place of wondering if this was a lie, like if something was deceptive. I don't feel like it was deceptive. I feel like it's just taking a while. Maybe someone underestimated the amount of time or effort or the amount of resources that they would have to put into something. The amount of energy is what I'm getting. With all of this clarifying the Five of Wands, it's like someone underestimated the amount of energy that they would have to put into this situation involving you. It could be you who underestimated, but with the Hierophant closing out the reading, I don't think that it was you. I feel like you've been on the right track. With the Three of Wands at the beginning of the reading, it's like you're climbing, like you've been putting in the work, Virgo, I feel. Strong Gemini masculine energy here. Yeah, you've definitely been putting in the work. So maybe should we see what's the Hierophant? The Empress. See? And the Three of Cups. King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, with the Ten of Swords and the King of Swords. I feel like you guys are coming into union with someone. Again, if it's not a person, it's just a situation that makes you feel very empowered, very nurturing, loving, taking good care of yourself and people around you. I feel like that's just the energy that you're stepping into right now. Is there another person here? I don't know. I can't say. There's no Emperor that showed up, and you're showing up as the Empress. So I'm gonna safely say right now, there's probably not another person, but well, there is another person, but it's like they're not they're not in alignment with you, or like frequency wise, like something is off when it comes to the frequency between the two of you right now. Just like right now, it doesn't mean that it's always this way. It's just like right now this person is focusing on other things. I feel, again, priorities. It's like the priorities, their focus is elsewhere. They're not focused on being the Emperor right now. And I feel like you've elevated into your Empress status. You want that Emperor, or yeah, you're welcoming that Emperor spirit out of your person if you are connecting with someone. And if you're single, then it's like you're just welcoming that spirit around you. When it comes to work, welcoming an environment that is action based, motivated, you know. So let's get an oracle. You have strong Taurus and strong Gemini. That both of the major arcana for Taurus, the Empress and the Hierophant, and both of the major arcana for Gemini, the Lovers and the Magician. And I guess the Magician represents Virgo energy as well. So you. Someone could be very upset about this like elevation this elevation that they see you ascending to, with the King of Swords, like the way that he's looking over. He looks a little bit upset. It's because it's like your manifestations with the Magician are coming into fruition. And yeah, maybe this person feels like you owe them something. What's here for Virgo? But if that is the case, I feel like this is someone from the past, because you're already connecting, even if it's just on a spiritual level, to your Emperor with the Lovers here. Like, you've already met, excuse me, your Divine Masculine, the Threshold. Like, you're already in alignment with them. So this past person has no chance, or this past energy, this past situation, it has no chance with you. It's because you've ascended out of that frequency. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not in alignment with you anymore, basically, is what I'm saying. So the Threshold, this card talks about being in the space between the ending and the beginning, being at the brink of jumping into that new beginning, and deciding, you know, how you're gonna take on that new world that you've stepped into, Virgo. So I personally feel like you're very excited about this new thing that you found yourself in, because you get the respect that you know that you deserve. Virgo, you guys have really big hearts, 1111 on the timer, and you're very loving. And you know, I feel like Virgos are pretty critical because they care about people. Like, they care about the health of people. I'm not saying to just like be critical all the time, but I'm just saying I do understand why you guys are that way. It's because you want the best, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like you have found a place where people are appreciating you for what you bring to the table. Emotional release. Remember I said you had to be that King of Swords, you had to be detached, but in your heart you were still manifesting a positive outcome or something. Emotional release. You finally, with the Hierophant, the Empress, and the Three of Cups, you could be reconciling with your mom or something like that, but it doesn't have to be that literal. But you finally feel like you're at a place where you can be emotional and it be okay, where you can cry, where you can laugh, where you can be excited and it's okay. Nothing bad is gonna happen because of that. It makes me feel like you could be coming out of a pretty abusive situation, because it almost feels like you felt like you had to hold your emotions in. That's just what it feels like to me. It's just what it feels like. Somebody could have been very mean to you verbally, or a little bit narcissistic, I'm not sure, but it feels like you've ascended out of that energy. Let's get a light worker card for Virgo. I think I always get this kind of information when it comes to your readings. It's like somebody was wanting you to work harder than they were willing to work for something. I just feel that. It's like they wanted to just sit back and watch you work and like gain the reward or the benefit from your work. I don't know. Also, I feel like what you've manifested is coming into fruition, but you have surrendered to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Yes. This is the energy that you're stepping into, Virgo. You know the Empress is Taurus energy, which is ruled by Venus, our beautiful, loving planet Venus. This is such a beautiful card too, but I just feel like, yes, you're stepping into your sweet, kind, loving, abundant energy. You're embracing that side of yourself. It's always been there, but it's like now you're finally embracing it. So if you're into spell work, I'm gonna pull a spell card for you. They tap into different sections of our lives, like healing, family, spirituality, pets and nature, career and finances. So it just depends what card comes out excuse me, for you, Virgo. What messages here for Virgo. What spell should they work on for their highest good and the highest good of all involved? Alright. Healing. Healing poppet spell. A poppet is a handmade doll used in spellcraft to represent an individual and to aid the person through the use of magic. Poppets are traditionally made from wool, straw, roots, wax, potatoes, cloth, or paper. The materials you'll need are 2 pieces of paper, scissors, a pen, blue candle, 2 tablespoons each of finely chopped, fresh or dried peppermint leaves, rosemary, and nettle leaf, and a fire-safe dish. And the ritual goes like this. Take the paper and cut out 2 identical human shapes. On one, write the name of the person you wish to heal. On the other, write their ailment. Place one on top of the other with the writing on the outside. Light the candle. Use the melted wax to seal the edges of the papers all the way around except for the head. Sprinkle the herbs inside the poppet's head until it feels full enough. State, "Poppet, I name you." Say the name of the person who needs healing. Seal the head and then hold the poppet over the candle. Visualize the person's ailment leaving their body and a blue light filling them. Once the visualization fades, place the poppet in the fire-safe dish and light the poppet on fire. As it burns, chant, "Fire burns the ill away. Health and wellness here today." When the fire is out, take the ashes outside and blow them into 4 winds. Bury the candle remains at a crossroads or under a pine tree in your yard. Interesting. I haven't gotten one like this yet. I always get the spells that like only involve you. So I don't really know how I feel about us, like, you know, doing spell work that involves other people. I mean, this is to heal someone, but still, you know, I don't know. So do what you feel is right, Virgo. Again, I feel like your intentions are always pure and good and, you know, for the best of others. So, okay, remember I was saying like you're critical and stuff? Maybe you've been criticizing someone and it's time for you to like take a step back from doing that and to take it into your own hands, literally, as in like whatever you want this person to work on as far as healing themselves, do something behind the scenes on a spiritual level that will get them tapped into that higher version of who they are. Okay, I hope that makes sense, but that's what I have for you guys. Sending you lots of love,